What if karma could be burned before it destroys your life? In this astonishing chapter, Sripada Srivallabha reveals mysterious spiritual methods to neutralize karma. Through fire rituals, divine wisdom, and unimaginable compassion, he removes the suffering of his devotees in ways that defy ordinary logic. A dead husband returns to life. A poor Brahman's misery turns into prosperity. Hidden karmas are destroyed through sacred fire. Discover the divine secrets of karma purification in this powerful chapter of the sacred life of Sripada Srivallabha. Chapter 49. Sripada's Methods of Destroying Karma. The significance of number 33. His programs in Kurungadda. Once Sripada said, Shankar Bhatt, what we practice is Agni Vidya. Worshipping fire is the natural trait of an orthodox person. Your worship of fire lies in igniting the stove and preparing the meal. I said to Sripada, Blessed be Sri Mahaguru. This earthen kitchen trench stove should continue to burn like this even after my exit. Sripada replied, The fire in your stove has no power of its own. Since it merged with my yogic fire, the meals you prepare on this stove are turning into a prasad and are removing the misery and humiliation of devotees. This stove should be there only for 9 more years. It implies that I will conceal my body during my 30th year. After that, I will grant a vision in a lustrous form for 3 more years. To devoted persons, it would then be 33 years for me. The 33rd year brings many changes in the life of a yogi. The vertebrae in the spine are also only 33. The number of Rudraganas is also 33 crores. The fire sacrifice will continue even after that. I am performing this fire worship as a symbol of burning karma brought to the gross level. However, the karma of devotees will be in the subtle forms before they assume the gross forms. Prior to that, they are attached to the karana body in the karana form. Therefore, after the 33rd year, this kind of fire worship is unnecessary for me. I will then burn the sins attached to the subtle bodies or karana bodies of those who depend on me by my yogic fire. You can continue burning the kitchen stove till I attain the 30th year. Afterwards, devotees will come here, cook their own food and will leave. That will go on for 3 years. Afterwards, the fire worship in the physical form is not needed. I started Prithvi Yagna. It is happening successfully. I commenced Jala Yagna. It is also going on with grand success. I now started fire worship as Fire Yagna. This will also continue without any hindrances. I am the one who is the form of fire in all living creatures. I am the one who sanctifies all things. I am the one who burns all things. I did not hear about the sacrificial rituals relating to the 5 basic elements till then. I came to the conclusion that it is not appropriate to analyze the sportive procedures of Sripada. One day, a newly married couple came to visit Sripada. He ordered them to stay in his darbar hall in Panchdeva Pahad. After 2 days, the young man died. They believed that Sri Mahaguru would save them and that he was a benign God who grants many boons. But the new bride now got widowship, which is unbearable to any woman. The relatives of the newly wedded couple came to Panchdeva Pahad. They were in a dilemma whether to cremate the corpse or not. It was not possible to take away the dead body from the darbar in Panchdeva Pahad without the permission of Sripada. The new bride looked like a deity of grief. Sripada came to his darbar. The new bride submitted her misfortune to him. Sripada remarked that the results of karma were unavoidable. Then that new bride submitted, if the inert karma has really the power to grant death to my husband, it is better to accord the status of a deity to karma and worship it by constructing temples. I heard that for Sripada, who is the personification of consciousness, who wears robes of fire, who is an embodiment of fire, there are no impossibilities. Kindly grant this unfortunate one Mangalya Diksha and gratify. That newly wedded bride had immense faith on the mercy and compassion of Sripada, granting life to the dead. Then Sripada said, belief gives results. If you have such strong faith in me, then your husband will surely become alive. I will tell you a way out without transgressing the rule of karma. Sell your Mangala Sutra and with that money purchase firewood that equals the weight of your husband. Bring that firewood here. The firewood will be used in the stove for cooking food. With that, your inauspiciousness will be burnt away. The inauspiciousness of losing your Mangalya, the inauspiciousness of your husband's body being burnt, and the inauspiciousness of the food cooked. By burning the firewood that attracted death vibrations will all get neutralized. After following Sripada's instructions, her husband came back to life. Sripada used to attract various types of sinful activities of his devotees into the firewood. Those firewood sticks used to be burnt and delicious food used to be prepared, thereby giving blessed auspicious results to the devotees. Great grace on a poor Brahman. On another occasion, a poor Brahman came to have darshan of Sripada. He wailed that if Sripada did not show grace on him, he had no other option except suicide. Then Sripada brought a burning stick and touched the Brahman with it. The Brahman suffered intense pain for a very long time. Sripada said to him, "Oh Brahman, you wanted to commit suicide. If I had ignored you, you would have really committed suicide. I destroyed all the vibrations of sinful karma related to suicide by branding you with fire. From now on, you will not suffer from penury. Take this cooled firewood stick, wrap it in your towel, and carry it carefully to your house." He did like that. When he opened the towel in his house, the firewood stick turned into gold. That Brahman's poverty was thus removed. Sripada used to destroy the sins of his devotees in strange ways through the fire ritual. At times, he used to ask them to bring special vegetables like eggplants or lady fingers. He used to attract the reactions of sinful acts of the devotees into those vegetables. He used to make the devotees compulsorily eat the curry made from those vegetables. The afflictions of karma thus used to be removed. A girl did not get married even though she attained puberty. Noticing that she had adverse effects of Mars, she was asked to bring red grains. Meals were prepared with those red grains, and he instructed all, including the girl, to eat the meals. When the shackles of karma were removed in this way, she got married to a worthy bridegroom. Some used to be instructed to bring cow's ghee for the food preparations in darbar. Some others used to be asked to light lamps with cow's ghee. In case of very difficult situations or in cases of unwed girls, he used to advise them to conduct the worship of Ambika during the time of Rahu 1 on Fridays. Once a devotee became sick and was bedridden. Sripada instructed that a lamp with castor oil should be lighted and kept in his bedroom. He also commanded that oil should be poured into the lamp to see that it was not extinguished under any circumstances during the night. When it was done like that, the devotee was freed from disease. One devotee was in a state of extreme misfortune. Then Sripada told that if a lamp with cow's ghee was kept shining for 1 week without break, the potency or influence of Lakshmi would re-enter the house. He used to release his dependents from sinful actions through many novel methods such as those mentioned above. It is not possible for human beings to know all these methods. Victory unto Sripada Srivallabha